Is the 20% not enough? Are you really trying to scalp us? Like, why are you doing this? Welcome back to another vlog. This one is actually going to be a reseller vlog, so if you may not be interested in that content, it's okay if you skip this video. I promise I won't be mad. So we're just going to do a good old spend the day, and it is currently like 5:55 in the morning because my beautiful son decided he wants to be up during the time that I work, but that's okay. That's okay. So I'm currently in his room because half of his room is his changing station, and you know, where we change his clothes and change his diaper and all the fun things, and then I do my reselling stuff in this tiny little corner. I'll also film YouTube videos in here. Like, this room just is getting worked to death, honestly. But I actually need to photograph my 10 listings for today, and I'm gonna go ahead and photograph them, and then I need to go ahead and try to get them listed and cross-listed, and then I also need to pull orders so I can ship those out. I'll show y'all what sold, and then I also need to show you guys what I ended up pulling from my inventory that I'm gonna throw in the trash. I know I can probably donate it, but we'll see. And then I also need to wash another load of laundry because I just got done washing a load of laundry for the thrifted clothes that were dirty. And it is storming outside, but I'm gonna try to squeeze in a thrifting trip, so pray for me. I actually got this, of course, from the bins. All of this shit is from the bins. But this one had a Buffalo Exchange tag on it, and I was just kind of like, I didn't know that Buffalo Exchange took old clothes. This is Anne Klein. So I thought that was very strange. But I'm assuming they was probably going for the oversized blazer like how I was going for it. But yeah, so I went on and scooped this one up. Alright, y'all, so typically after I photograph everything, I bring them in here, and then I actually go on VSCO, and I like to actually edit my cover shot, and I just upload all of the cover shots into VSCO, because what it does is it makes my backdrop look much whiter, which in turn makes the item look much more appealing, because the backdrop is like incredibly white. So I've been doing this for like the past 2 or 3 years. I've actually been using this app for a very long time, and I think it was like $10. Now it's like $30 a year. Bubba, can I do this, please? Here. This is why I prefer him to be asleep during this time, child. Because there's no real reason that I'm waking up this early, because I want to. I wake up this early to avoid this. But somehow he manages to wake up at this time as well. But I'm not going to complain. So anyway, so after I go and upload my cover shots, just 10 typically, I will upload them to Poshmark. So I start all of my listings off at Poshmark because Poshmark is my main bay. That is where I make the bulk of my sales. So that's pretty much where I start everything off, and then, move it around. So this is the finished product.
I would say we sold maybe within like 2 weeks of being posted.
Alright, y'all, so I actually just finished. It is 7:37. This is probably the quickest that I've ever done, like, my things, especially since I had to stop in between, clean bottles, put the baby to sleep. Like, it was a little bit, but this is the life that I live, where I'm trying to work full-time and then also be a mom full-time. So we love to see it. But anyways, so since I am done with listing, I'm about to cross list. But while we are at it, I need to, in fact, you already know I like to handwrite everything that sells. So last night I did get a few sales. So I typically, if people order before I actually, you know, go ship the items, I'll put them out as soon as I can, because, you know, the quicker it gets to them, the quicker I get the money. My sales have really slowed down, so I'm running another sale on eBay, and it's happening again where people are just liking the items. The problem is that I'm running a 40% off sale, which I've never ran before, and I don't plan on taking anything lower. Now, if it's $1 or $2, maybe, but if you think like I already dropped to 40% and you're gonna ask for an additional 25%, it's not gonna happen. So I got a few watchers on items that are already really low, and I'm not gonna send them offers. I'm gonna opt out of that. So there's that. I did run a sale on my Depop shop, so I put everything at 30% off. And what's so crazy is that it was an item that I kept receiving offers on it, and I think it was the same person. I'm not sure the first time, but I think the last two, it was the same person. So somebody sent me a $12 offer. Mind you, I just dropped everything down to 30%. So this particular item was priced, and it's at $22, which is really like affordable for this item. And I did get it from the bin, so I really didn't mind. So since it was at $22 and it had over, I want to say about 40 likes, so I had no intentions of accepting any offer. So they came in with the $12 offer, declined. They came, another person, or the same person, I'm not sure, came in with the $15 offer, and then another one came in with the $19 offer. And my thing is, if you were willing to offer me $3 less, you could have just paid the extra $3 to get the item. Now somebody else bought it. So somebody bought it for my full asking price, and that's what I love. Like, if you see something is cheap already, try not to be that person and be like, well, let me get a little bit more off. I also have decided that I don't think I'm gonna do shoes anymore, and I only literally have one small tiny bin full of shoes because I don't pick them up because they don't really appeal to me in any way, and they're just a hassle, and I don't like to clean anything. If y'all are new, I am a very much so lazy reseller. I don't like to clean things. I just got in the habit of steaming clothes regardless if they were wrinkled or not, and you know, washing clothes more frequently, because before I would just be like, look, the damage is on there, whatever, but if it's something that I can wash off, we'll do that. But let me show y'all the stuff that I actually pulled from my inventory yesterday, because they have been with me for a little while, and it's time for them to go, because clearly these are damaged items and nobody wants them. And no matter if I have them at $10, send them a $7, $5.95 discount shipping, they still don't want it. So it's this current air top. I've had this for over a year. This is a bins pickup. It's a Clorinda alpaca sweater. This is when you pick up an item off of the fabric content and then it doesn't work out. That didn't work out, no matter how low I went on it. This is a brand that I just talked about in one of my recent videos, Knox Rose. Love the brand. This is the worst style. I saw the stains on it, but I thought I'd be able to get it out. It's this Wild Fox sweater. This was a very bad pickup. I think I got this at the bins. I'm hoping I got it at the bins, but it's a brand. This is what you call not picking up an item just because of the brand. The brand is called 𝕍𝑀, which is a pretty good brand, but this style, look at this style. It's ugly and old. And then this is a Scotch and soda. This is also me picking up a item for the brand. This one had a flaw. I can't remember the flaw. This I've had for almost 2 years now. This summer would make 2 years. It's a Victoria's Secret Spirit jersey. This next one gets so much attention every time I relist it, and nobody buys it. Somebody did ask a question about the flaw. The flaw is actually very faint. I'm gonna be honest, very, very, very faint. But I still noted it because, you know, I want nobody to get something and then it's a flaw there and it wasn't noted. So when they asked, I was like, it's right here, and I circled it and everything, and then they just kind of ghosted me. But everybody likes this item, and that's the problem that I have with Adidas. Adidas is just not the it girl. Like, I don't know, I think maybe their focal point is better for shoes and not necessarily clothing. Try to cross list this. It's $7.50, and cross listing doesn't really take that long, but I'm gonna probably give myself like maybe 40 minutes, so it's 7:50, and then I'll try to be done by 8:30. That way at 8:30 I can get Bubby's bag packed, because my boyfriend's aunt is gonna watch him for a few hours, and get myself ready, so then I could be at their house by 10 and drop him off, and I can go sourcing. So since I actually went on and relisted a few items, I am about to cross list them, and since I put everything in Poshmark, I'm just gonna, you know, import it from Poshmark. So these are items that have been cross listed. They typically show up right at the top. So that's 5 items that was cross listed today. Cross listed, relisted. So these are the items that I actually just listed, so it should be a total of 15. But what I like to do is that certain days where I have relisted a little bit more than I typically would, I like to go in and find those to try to max it out at 20. So like these weren't able to be chosen because I had hit the 20 mark. So yeah, there we go. See, so I'm at 20 already, so I can't do any more. So most likely tomorrow I'll add in these other ones. So yeah, try to do 20 a day. That's the goal. But if it's anything less, I'll just take that. But I want to constantly relist my items because I want them to get the right buyer, and I don't want them to sit at all on any platform. All right, y'all, so I just got done with everything, and now I need to just put this video in the queue. This is a Friday video that I've already edited and pretty much prepped a little bit, and this is just me trying to get it out of here. It is already 8:42, and yeah, so this video is done. I'm done cross listing. I didn't cross list to Depop, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This actually doesn't take that long. And since I do that, I typically like to get rid of whatever is on my desktop, because I'm going to be screen saving or screen grabbing some items. That's my beautiful baby boy. So I'm going to pull up Depop, and I need to just go on Poshmark and see what is on there worth listing. I don't really keep like a log of what I deem worthier of being on Depop, so I'll typically try to start with what is just listed. I remember this got a lot of attention on Depop when I first listed it. I should have left it on there because it was most likely gonna sell. It's this Eddie Bauer sweater. It's vintage, and it is mohair. So what sold on Depop yesterday was these Tevas, and then this Royal Bones skirt. I do have them in there. I'm probably going to take them out so I can still wrap them up so they can look a little fancy. This has been in my inventory for definitely over a year now, and the brand is called Black Label. It's just this blazer. I didn't pay Ben's prices for these, so I don't know how much I ended up paying, but I know that I didn't sell it for a lot, so I know whatever. But I got this one from the Benz, and this is a Fabletics, like, I want to say blazer. I end up dropping the prices recently on Mercari yesterday because I hadn't made a sale in almost a week. So I dropped the prices on some items, and somebody sent me an offer right after I dropped it, and I'm like, yeah, of course. All right, y'all, so it is 9:39, and honestly, this is probably the first time I've ever made good time. Since becoming a mom, I have not been good at time management. So of course I made it to the very first location, and I'm in my favorite section, and that is the denim. Now I was looking and looking, and then I found a pair of jeans that I really wanted to get, but I just couldn't fathom paying $10 for Can, and Can has really slowed down for me. So I just didn't think that it was worth it. So I ended up leaving them behind because they were a smaller size as well. And then I found these Patagonia pants. These were a skinny style, and they were size 25. So I really was not even gonna play with that. So I ended up just leaving them there on the rack instead of even putting them in my cart to check them over. And then this is pretty much the pickings. I like to pick up Levi's, but I don't typically go for these ones. Although they were boot cut, I end up passing on them. And this is it. These are some 𝕃𝕑𝕃. The price point was decent for me, and they were boot cut. They weren't skinny, so I was like, let me go ahead and test them out. But I did eventually take those home. And this is pretty much me going through it and not finding anything. Then I made it to the dress section, and this is a brand that I absolutely adore, but this style was so ugly, so I ended up leaving it there. This is, of course, Patagonia. It's a dress. The style was so ugly, so I ended up leaving it, and the comps weren't good either, so it was a given. And this was going to be a new brand for me, and I decided to leave it behind. The style was really pretty. It was a cute little jumpsuit. The comps weren't that great. And these are some Tevas. I wanted to get them so bad because they were pretty cheap, but they were pretty worn, and I don't know what that gunk was coming from, but I was just like, no, thank you. So I'll pass. Y'all know I hate cleaning anything. So shoes, especially, because I hate shoes. And this section wasn't giving. These were some really expensive. I want to say these were Brooks, if I'm not mistaken. I ended up leaving those, but they look like they're in a like new condition. So of course I made it to Goodwill, and I'm in my favorite section ever. And these are some Madewell denim jeans. They had a little bit of pucker into them, so I didn't pick these ones up, but they had so many different styles there, I noticed. And these are some wedgies. I really wanted to get these, but they are declining. I would only be able to sell those for about $35 if I'm lucky, and $10 is just not a good one. This is also a brand I don't pick up anymore. I just don't have luck with the skinny jeans. And I was over here hawking down the lady, and then I actually got to the rack that she ended up putting all the new stuff on, and look what I found. Y'all, I was so excited, so excited. And then, of course, I wanted to show y'all these because I'm assuming the same person dropped it off. I didn't pick them up, though, because J Brand doesn't sell. This is Big Star. I would only pick these up at the bins. And, yeah, so that style stayed there. This is a brand that I picked up at the bins, and it is still here. So I believe that this brand is a no-go, especially the flannels. I have this exact sweater in blue in my closet that I got from the bins. Wouldn't pay $8 for it. Definitely wouldn't do that. And this is just a really pretty blouse that I saw. I saw Paris on it, so I was like, ooh, this has got to be fancy. And it was, but it just wasn't worth picking up for me. So I ended up leaving it behind because, you know, whatevs. And I went to the shoe section. These are some very much so Y2K shoes. I think I had some Payless ones when I was a kid. And these are some vintage dolls. I was looking at them and I thought they were pretty cute, so I wanted to show y'all. And this is the rain that was just going insane. All right, y'all. So I'm vlogging from my little camera, but it is so dark outside. It's literally scary. Anyways, I just got done. I'm gonna actually show y'all the haul when I get home. But y'all ever been thrifting and like you find something good, then you find something else, and then you find something else, and you are just like over fucking joyed, and then out of nowhere it just stops. I'm so happy I didn't drive out to where I had planned on going today. Like, I'm so grateful that I didn't, because whew, I already know my anxiety would have been sky high, like hella fucking high. And to be honest with y'all, it worked out even better that I did come to this location, because I actually found 2 of the things that I manifested before I left. I think I manifested like 4 items specifically that I wanted, but I manifested 2 ones that I actually got. So y'all, I forgot that I wanted to talk about the whole Poshmark promoted listings thing. So first of all, what the fuck? Is a 20% not enough? Are you really trying to scalp us? Like, why are you doing this? So, first of all, I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I think it's a dumb idea. The 20% is already more than enough. I promote my listings on eBay, and I only do it so it can kind of cap out at like 20%, which is what I'm paying on Poshmark. But I'm not paying more. And I'm going to be even more honest. I was out, you know, sourcing. And when I was looking for specific brands, I was, you know, using the search function. And I noticed that it was promoting items that weren't even that brand. So imagine how clogged search is going to be. I'm hoping this whole beta shit that they're doing right now, they're going to realize, okay, maybe this is just not a good idea. And I already know that this is just them being greedy. Like, let's keep it a buck. And I get it. Like, you know, it's always going to be a pay to play situation. And that's why I talk so much shit about eBay, because I don't want to pay to play. Like, I'm already giving you, you know, your fee that you want. Why do I have to keep giving you money? And I get it. It's a business, 100%. But at some point, you got to know when to back the fuck up, okay? I don't think it's a good idea. I honestly, I don't. And I'm coming from a seller and a buyer, because I buy and sell on Poshmark, and Poshmark is my main platform as far as selling goes. I'll buy on there when I have like credit and stuff, but for the most part, I just don't think it's a great idea. I'm not happy about it, and I'm not going to promote my listings. I'm not going to do it. I don't think that I want to give them any more money. I think 20% is far more. At this point, you might as well take 50%, because this is what we're going to end up coming to. Because y'all trying to be like eBay so bad. Depop try to be like eBay so bad with the boosted listings. Imagine people promoting garbage ass items. You searching for a fucking, I don't know, for love of lemon dress, and people are promoting their LuLaRoe dresses because they, of course, they want to get those sold. I feel like that's going to be a really big issue. And people is going to instantly click off, because if I'm searching for something and I notice that the specific thing that I'm searching for is pulling up a whole bunch of different shit, I'm gonna get off that search and I'm gonna get on a new function. All right, so at the first location, I actually spent, let's see, the first location I spent a total of $12.42. My total actually was $16.47, but at this place you rack up points and it turns into $5. So she told me that instead of them asking you, do you want to use your points, they automatically take it off each time you go. So yeah, I have $5, and she told me I had another $5, which I don't know if I technically do, because I don't shop there anymore, but whatever. Well, I shop there. I just don't shop as much as I used to. Like, y'all, I used to go heavy in the paint at that thrift store. Thank God I found Jesus. These are just some Spanx jeanish leggings. Y'all already know, I briefly talked about this. And what video was it? I think the video that's coming out today. I talked about it. I'll link it down below if you guys can see it. I love Spanx jeanish pants. They have a 100% sell-through rate for me, so I pick them up all the time. The next one is a pair of Duluth trading. These are just some leggings that have pockets and they have like a flare. These are most likely for a tall girl, but I picked them up because I've had luck with selling their leggings, so I went on and tested them out, and all of these were priced pretty affordably, and that's the only reason why I picked them up. Damn, I didn't see this. I need to wash these. Okay, and then lastly from this location is Adriano Goldschmied. It is the Olivia skinny boot cut, and then it's just in this really pretty light wash. I love selling this brand. I think this brand was also on the list. So it's going to be on that video that's coming out today, like I said. But yeah, these are just my bread and butters, if you will. All right, so now at the second location, I spent, wrong receipt. I actually spent $46.48. One of the items was actually half off, which is crazy because that means that it sat there, had to been for 3 or so weeks. I really don't know their system. I need to ask somebody that works there. All right, y'all. I'm going to just go ahead and show y'all the bolo that I couldn't believe I actually found. Oh, my God. Suzanne. I know it's not a dress, but it's a pair of jeans, and they sell really good. I looked at the sell-through rate. They are really good. Even though these are like a straight leg, I think some of the girls still checking for it. But I was so happy. These are actually a size 27. I've never found this brand before, so we'll see how these do. I'm excited. And then I found a pair of cool pants. This is also a brand that I enjoy picking up, but I haven't found it lately, so I'm actually going to see how well these do. These have like that ripstop material. I had just learned about that actually, so it's like if it rips, it won't continue to rip, so I thought that was pretty dope, and they're pretty stretchy, so yeah, these are size 8. I don't think I told y'all the sizes, but most of this will be listed by the time y'all actually see this video, so don't even worry about it. Universal Standard. another bolo. I actually found this one time before at the bins, but it was a really, really, really big size. And I'm not trying to body shame nobody, but I wouldn't have felt comfortable hanging them on my hanger because I knew for a fact it wasn't going to work. I mean, they were like maybe 3.5 hangers long. So I think it's great that they, you know, make sizes for everybody, but I just didn't want, I'm gonna be honest, I just didn't want that to just look that bad, because what other way was I going to be able to showcase the item? So I just end up leaving them there. But yeah, it's universal standard. Unfortunately, this does not have any type of size tag. Oh wait, wow, I didn't fucking look. Oh yes, I did. This didn't have it on there. This just shows what it's made of. So yeah, this will be fun. I'll probably try them on so I know which size it is, because it's giving very much so large, maybe 14, but we'll see. And then all of the Madewell, I think it was about 6 pairs of Madewell that I saw at that store. Most of it was the 10-inch high rise skinny, and then another one was a road tripper, and then the boy jean, and then I end up getting this one, which is the perfect vintage jean, which I heard this style is actually in. So I went on and got it. I really wanted to get the other one too, but I was just like, the comps did not look good. I feel like, Madewell for sure has declined. And Madewell is definitely not worth $10. So if I ever find those items at the bins, I'm gonna scoop them up quick. But as far as like paying $10 for them, it's gonna be a no-go. But these are actually a size 28. And they were in a really good condition. It broke my heart leaving them other ones behind because they felt butter soft. Now for the other item that I manifested. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. So the first item that I had manifested for this trip was the Spanx jeanish leggings. So like I manifested those, and oddly enough, I went to an area that I never really go to and I checked it out. And then this was the other one. We love to see it. And okay, so when I first saw the thing, I got super excited. And even though Mother skinny jeans sell amazing too, I was like hoping to get something different in y'all. We got a flare, we got a hem, we got it all. And then of course it's like buttery soft, very wrinkled, but you know, it's still gonna be a good one. But I think this is a size. This is called the Weekender Fray, sweet and sassy. I love that they name everything. This is actually a size 25, so this might take just a little while to sell. But I was so happy to find it. And once I saw those, I was like, oh yeah, somebody dropped up all of their good shit. So I really need to look around and see what I can get. But honestly, after I found those, that's when the whole excitement just kind of declined. The first jump of joy was those Suzanne pants. And I was like so excited. I hurried up and threw them in. And then next thing I know, I found the Mother once she put them on the rack. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you like this video if you actually like the video, please. And comment your favorite item from my little haul. And also subscribe if you are not subscribed. I make reseller content all the time. That's just my forte. I'm a reseller. But yeah, thank y'all so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Pas de soleil.